Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Shilpa Medicare earnings call for Q4 and FY2024. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nachiket Kale from Ernst & Young Investor Relations. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Kale.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the conference call hosted by the management of Shilpa Medicare Limited to discuss the fourth quarter and financial year 2024 performance. The management is being represented by Mr. Om Prakash Inani, Chairman of the company, Mr. Keshav Buttada, and Mr. Alpesh Dalal. The discussion will be led by Mr. Keshav Buttada with his perspectives on the business performance and strategic overview. He will be followed by Mr. Alpesh Dalal, Chief Financial Officer of the company, to give us perspective on the financial performance. After the management's comments, there will be an opportunity for all your queries to be answered. Before we proceed, I would like to state that some of the statements made on today's Concall could be forward-looking in nature. A detailed disclaimer in this regard has been mentioned in the conference call invitation, which is available on the stock exchange. We have also published a results presentation prior to the call. I hope everyone had a chance to go through it. I would now like to hand over the call to Mr. Keshav Buttada to take this discussion forward. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
No, I think there is a small correction. So, I'm going to draw this Vishnukant Bhutada here. So, welcome to our call to discuss on the performance of the Shilpa Medicare during the fourth quarter of the year 23-24. As always, I shall commence with the highlights of the operating performance and touch upon initiatives segments-wise, and Mr. Alpesh Dalal, CFO, will share perspectives on the financial performance by the company. Following our opening comments, we shall invite queries from the participant in order to comprehensively. I'll begin with the updates on the API business, which is the most important division for us. Building upon our strengths in developing and commercializing products, we are moving up on the value chain in our API business. For non-oncology API segments, we are exploring products which have a high growth potential or can serve as an import substitute API. During the quarter, we have added 3 molecules in our portfolio: methotrexate, liraglutide, and teriparatide, which are at the validation stage and are likely to be completed during Q1 FY25. We are also enhancing the capacity of one of our key molecules, tranexamic acid, from 15 metric ton to 25 metric ton per month, with tentative completions December 24. For another key molecules, UDCA, we are witnessing the significant improvements in volume pickup. And with the filing of our USDMF and EU for the GMP, we feel that this molecule will have a significant improvements in the volume. We are progressing fairly on the polymer initiative as well, where our focus is on a innovator seeking quality products, and we have already developed one product for the US-based clients and supplied them with the pilot and the validation quantities. On oncology APIs, we are developing almost 8 API, which will come at the plant level before FY26. For API CDMO services, which are growing with the great potential, which provides the significant growth opportunities in the coming years. Moving on to formulations, we launched successfully our first NDA product with our partner in the US market under the J code in the US market by Amneal. Another significant products will be our innovative product, NUD07. Phase 3 studies have been initiated, and the recruitment of NFLD patients, fibrotic stage F2 and F3, for phase 3 trials have been completed across multiple centers. Phase 3 clinical study dosing is expected to be completed by end of the Q1 FY25, and study is likely to be concluded by end of Q2 25. We also completed the phase 2 trials of our another product, which is a topical lotion, SML-TOP09, for the treatment of androgenic alopecia. We are now planning to initiate the phase 3 trials in July-August 24. Additionally, we have expanded our geographical reach by entering in emerging markets through our marketing partners for launching our approved products portfolio, providing access to the private market and enabling us to participate in the local tenders as well. We are successfully completed the inspection by the Aegis, Austria in January 24. Our Jadchala facility has been issued GMP certification, which will facilitate continued supply to various countries of the European Union from this unit. For our Jadchala facility, which has undergone a USFDA inspection in November 23, I would like to share that we have submitted all compliance for the 10 observations that were received. We are closely working with the FDA to meet the expectations of the FDA in a current regulation. We are also additional consultant for our gap reports, which was pointed out by the FDA during the November 23 inspection. Coming to the ODF post-US launches of various ODF products, we are entering into the emerging market where we have signed licensing and supply deals in the key market and also exploring further partnership. And in the US also, we are trying to launch even the paracetamol film into the US market under the ODF category. Our efforts to introduce transdermal patch base offering on track. We have partnered for the rotigotine, which is the most complex product in Europe and the emerging market. Clinical studies completed for the EU market and skin irritation studies completed on the Indian subjects and ongoing at abroad. Plan to complete in Q2 FY25, followed by the filing in EU and emerging market. Apart from this, we have partnered another 2 products for EU and emerging market. Rotigotine we are planning to take to the US market also, which is used in Parkinson's diseases. Speaking now about the Shilpa Biologics, we are monitoring the volume growth in high concentration product, piggybacking on the India approvals and launch. Our strategy extended to tap into the various international markets with this product. Also, additional indications approval submitted to the Indian authority. For our NB recombinant albumin, the phase 1 studies have been completed and we are working for the submitting the data to the CDSO for further phase 3 pathway. For aflibercept, CDSCO approval for the phase 3 has been received and manufacturing of city batches will be done in the Q2. Additionally, our first biologic CDMO project for microbial fermentation has been moved to the second level and we have signed the further 1 more CDMO project in the biologics. To conclude, we are working towards entering into the various markets and also having innovative products along with the regular generics. I thus draw my opinion and remarks to a close and urge Alpesh, our CFO, to continue these discussions with his comments on the financial performance. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. And good afternoon, everybody. I'll now provide the financial highlights for the 4th quarter and full year ended 31st March 2024. From a revenue perspective, we reported a steady quarter with consolidated revenues of rupees 294 crore, registering a growth of 11% year-on-year and with an EBITDA of 72.5 crores as compared to 68 crores in the last quarter and 40 crores during the same quarter in the last year. So this is, the 6th consecutive quarter where we have seen improvement in our sequential EBITDA. And this
your voice is not low.
Hello, am I audible enough?
Alpesh, you increase your voice little.
Yeah. Am I audible enough?
Yes, sir. This is better.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So, I was saying that, this is the 6th consecutive quarter where we have seen improvement in our sequential EBITDA, thus reflecting, improved business mix and continuous endeavor to rationalize our costs and increase our operational efficiency, right? And this enhanced EBITDA has also translated into an improved profit after tax. This quarterly PAT of 24.5 crores as compared to 4 crores during the previous quarter, and that's against a loss of 8.1 crore during Q4 of last year. Right. Now I'll quickly take you through some financial highlights for the full year of FY24, where our revenues for the period stood at 1160 crores, reflecting an increase of 9% compared to FY23, and EBITDA was at 252.5 crores, registering a growth of 111% over the previous year. So previous year our EBITDA was at about 120 crores, and this is more than doubling of EBITDA there. And on the other financial parameters, our net debt as at 31st March was 912 crore, and our net capex that we have incurred has been 172 crores, majority of which has been in our upcoming aluminum manufacturing facility to the tune of roughly about 150 crores. During the year, we also generated operating cash flow of 172 crores. So we have been moving in the right direction, as far as controlled financial performance is also concerned. In another important development, I'm very happy to report that we have recently, in the month of April, raised equity funding of rupees 500 crore through QIP issue, and this has been this has been subscribed to by some marquee investors. And this QIP issue has helped us in deleveraging our balance sheet and also provide us the requisite growth funding to enable our future growth and the further journey ahead. With those closing remarks, I would like to now open up the session for Q&A. Over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. You may please press star and then 1 to ask questions. The first question is from the line of Rahul Dasani from Mittal Analytics. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I needed to understand a few things on the balance sheet. First is the goodwill. Second, the intangibles, specifically the line item under it, the other intangibles. And lastly, the intangibles under development. Now, these are very significant, approximately 500 crores. So last few years, the overall P&L has been hit. But now that it is getting better, do we have any plans to write down the goodwill and take a hit? And if I'm not wrong, the other intangible and the intangible under development are related to R&D. So why have we not expensed this? What sort of judgment has been taken here from the management to include it in the balance sheet?
Sorry to interrupt. Sir, your audio is not clear. I think you have connected 2 lines from the same place.
Not at all clear. What you are speaking is 50% we are hearing, 50% we are not hearing.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Sir, please mute your other line. You have connected 2 lines from the same place. There is a static on the line.
Okay, just a second. Yeah, is it better now?
Yes, so much better. Thank you.
Okay. So first of all, I needed to understand the balance sheet. That is the goodwill, the intangibles, and the intangibles under development. These are very significant, approximately 500 crores. So last few years, the overall P&L has been hit, but now that it is getting better, any plans to write down the goodwill and take a hit in any 1 year? And if I'm not wrong, the intangible under development and the intangibles are related to the R&D. So why have we not expensed this? What sort of judgment has been taken here from the management to include it in the balance sheet? That's the first question.
Yeah. So I'll take that question. As far as the goodwill is concerned, goodwill basically is acquired goodwill when we have acquired certain entities, and as a matter of process under Ind AS, there has got to be an impairment testing done of the goodwill. So on the impairment testing of goodwill, we do not have any charge that is required or that comes up, and hence it continues. If in any impairment testing, if we are required to write off or write down the goodwill, we will do the same. As far as intangibles are concerned, we have a very clearly defined. Hello? Am I audible enough?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. As far as intangibles are concerned, we have a very clearly defined policy where any product, any development which is still at development stage and has a risk of development involved in it is charged off to P&L. Once the product development has been completed and we see a commercially viable path for the product, all the expenses incurred after that till the time the product is commercialized are capitalized. And this is what we have been doing consistently. We have not had any situation where we have followed a different accounting policy because we had difficult years. We have been following consistent accounting policies which have been very clearly laid down and laid out in each of our annual reports also. You can check out all those accounting policies in relation to R&D, what gets capitalized and what doesn't get, what gets charged to P&L. So we are following that consistently. It is not based on whether we are having a good year or a bad year that we keep changing our accounting policy.
Okay, got it. The second question is around the Pemetrex's injection. So first of all, getting it in RTU with the ability to store it at room temperature, it's a huge feat. So what is the update for this product? It was launched in Q1 FY23 in Europe. Since then, hello?
I think you are using too many lines. I think the voice is echoing and there's a lot of static coming in.
Yes, your voice is echoing.
No, I have cut the line from the other line. Yeah. Yeah, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you please proceed with your question? Can you repeat it?
Yeah. So the next question around the Pemetrex injection. What is the update for this product? It was launched in Q1 FY23 in Europe. Since then, how have the numbers grown from there? Also, we were to launch it in April in the US. So what has been our offtake to Amneal in March and how have the sales grown from April and May? Hello?
Sir, was the question audible to you?
I don't know, there's a lot of background noise coming in.
Sir, there is a static because many lines are on the Raichur number. They are trying on both. I mean, like... So give me a moment, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you now. The question was on Pemetrex
Yeah,
future.
Pemetrex said will be as expected. We have already mentioned that it has been launched in the month of April, and the numbers yet to come. So currently commenting on numbers may not be possible, but yes, successfully we are launched in the month of April. So once the quarter end is over, probably we'll be doing the number on this.
Yes, sir, but that is for the US side, and we launched this product in Europe in Q1 FY20, if I'm not wrong.
No, we are not launching FY20.
No, we had launched this product in Europe in Q1 FY23.
Yeah, that is there.
So that's what I'm asking, how have the numbers grown from there?
In the Europe and US, this is a totally different approach. In US, it is a 505(b)(2) J code. In Europe, it is against generic. So it is not 505(b)(2) or something is there in that. Or there is no J code specifications. It is normally we are competing against generic.
Yes.
Yeah. And we generally do not provide, product level sales details and all. Right. So, and this is like any other normal product that we have got. It is, as Vishnuji was mentioning, it is not, a differentiated product as it would get classified in the US. It doesn't get classified as a differentiated product in the EU market. So, and for all the generic products, we anyways don't provide product level breakup of sales.
Okay, got it. Thank you. My next question is on albumin. If you can go in a bit of detail from a scientific perspective and explain why a form of
Now, our size was able to crack it, and considering the huge market potential and shortage, why other MNCs who are a lot more liquid with a larger R&D workforce not pursuing it?
No, I cannot comment on why other MNCs are not pursuing. I can comment on this one that we are pursuing this. We completed the phase 1 and the phase 1 study will be submitted to CDCO and probably we will submit for the phase 3 approval also. And as you mentioned that the size is huge, the demand is huge. Why others are not pursuing and all, I think it's not possible for me to comment. But yes, it's a complex product, not easy to be developed, not easy to see that as the cost competitive against the plasma product. That is why we are putting up the huge facility of the fermentations also near to the Raichur, where we want to manufacture this particular product once we get phase 3 approval. We have a commercial manufacturing capacity also for manufacturing this albumin.
Okay, got it. Secondly, we have to register the DMF for the excipient grade and start selling it this year. So what's the capacity we have for the excipient grade? And since the plant is to start by July or August, can we expect increased excipient grade sales or will we only utilize the plant once the pharma grade is approved?
I think on an excipient grade, we are submitting the DMF for sure. But submitting the DMF doesn't mean that immediately the sales will start. People will use our excipient grade albumin in their formulation, put it for the stability, because albumin itself is not a drug, means it will not be used in excipient. They will use in various formulations. That formulation, then in that also phase 1, phase 3. So it's a long-term process. It is not that immediately the sales revenue will come on that. But yes, the people will actually start using our excipient grade and we'll start giving them the development and some pilot quantities.
Got it. The next question is on adalimumab. This year we wanted to...
Rahul, sorry, but you will have to allow others to come in.
Sure, no problem, not a problem. I'll get back with you.
Thank you, sir. We will move on to the next question, which is from the line of Vishal Manchanda from Systematics. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, on albumin, could you kind of share some color on what could be the price differential between a recombinant one and a blood-derived one?
The price difference currently setting is difficult because in a various market, the excipient grade and the therapeutic grade has a various pricing. Of course, excipient grade has a much more value than the therapeutic grade. But in US, Europe, even therapeutic grades, in India, therapeutic grades, in ROW market, therapeutic grades has a different pricing. That is the reason why we feel that we have to compete, including the India pricing. So this is the reason why we have put the largest capacity on that. So that once we are competitive in India market also on a therapeutic grade, definitely we will be competitive in other markets. This is what our goal.
So you would definitely be lower than the blood-derived albumin in terms of the pricing? Would that be fair?
Yes, our intention is that only.
And it should be significantly lower, you mean, to get a market share here?
See, first of all, definition of significantly lower itself is, questionable. But right. I can tell you that this is a shortages product. Once you have this quality of the product with the 99% purity plus purity and consistency of not having any impurities from the other blood-derived product, definitely our product will be little premium, not the more premium on this, in the therapeutic grade also. So we are working on all aspects. Keeping that into the mind only, this product development has been taken and the facility is started, building up.
Okay. So you'll initially target India and then go global with this product?
I think India and ROW for sure, immediately, parallelly, because we are using the EU RLD against this, even in our India trials. That will allow us to penetrate into the India and ROW market. Of course, Europe and US also parallel it is there. But once we are seeing this India, now phase 1 is completed. Now with this, can we go with the parallelly into the US and Europe? That still it is not decided. But India and ROW for sure.
And are there other companies globally who have either tried this recombinant albumin and unsuccessfully done that?
No, excipient grade, yes, 1 or 2 companies are there. On therapeutic, I think we have not heard anyone.
Okay.
No, we have not heard.
Okay. And sir, a second one on the US, you have a Para 4 filing on a product called Lenvima, and probably you are the first to file, or Sun Pharma, you have it along with Sun Pharma. Could you share timelines on when this, when potentially could be the launch of this product?
This is Lenvatinib. We and the Sun are the only 2 filers for the first to file. I don't know more on this, but I think publicly probably it is known that the Sun has settled with them on this. But still we are litigating. The litigation is ongoing, so commenting on that will be... Pardon?
Shilpa Medicare has not settled yet. Hello?
No.
Hello?
We are not settled. So I think we are still continuing and we fairly feel that we are non-infringing. So that still litigations are going on, and commenting on that on a litigation will be very difficult for me today on this. But yes, answering your specific questions, the litigation is ongoing. So what time the launch, when it will happen, still, it is very difficult to comment on that.
Understood. And just one final one. Would you be able to share what would be your total investment on the gross block on the biologics front, excluding albumin, just on the other biosimilars like adalimumab and others?
Alpesh?
Yeah. On biologics front, our total gross block for our biologics is, I'll tell you the exact number. It's just a second. About 450 crores.
Understood. Any asset turnover that you would want to guide?
Sorry to interrupt. I would request you to kindly rejoin the queue for follow-up questions, as we have others who are waiting for their turn.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may please press star and then 1 to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Aditya Sen from Robo Capital. Please go ahead. Mr. Sen, I have unmuted your line. Kindly proceed.
Hi, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Please proceed.
Thank you for the opportunity. So we have got few products such as the Flibercept, albumin, and adalimumab in the line, and we believe they are of huge market size. So once we decide the products, do we have any aspirational market share in our mind while proceeding with the product that we want to achieve?
Normally, we are not doing direct marketing by ourselves, except one adalimumab we are done in India. But rest all markets, we partner with the, strongest partner in that particular division in the various regions. So this is what in India, as it is known that we are partnering this adalimumab with the Sun Pharma. So yes, and they are, known for taking the bigger market share.
All right. So just to understand, I'm new to this company. So just to understand, how do we anticipate the incremental growth from the new products of Flibercept, albumin, and adalimumab? I understood, but specifically about Flibercept and albumin.
Yeah, of course. That is the reason why we selected such a complex product.
All right. And about the margins of our 3 segments, formulations, API, and biologics, can you please let us know how much margin we did in each segment and any guidance going forward on all 3 segments?
Alpesh?
Yeah. So basically, we generally don't provide segment level margin per se. But if you look at our standalone business, which is our formulation business, right, you can get, an idea about the margins over there, right, for our standalone business. And for our API business, we are typically operating at an EBITDA margin of about 25% to 27%. I cannot give you the exact numbers over there, but that's the range in which we operate. Yeah.
All right. And for biologics, if you can.
I think guidance we are not providing.
Guidance we are not providing, but this is the general thing.
Yeah, and the last one, the biologics margin, if you can.
Yeah, but biologics basically, see, it's at an initial stage. So, there are not the entire costs get absorbed, operationally, in a full-fledged operation. So at this stage, it may not be appropriate to look at the margin profile of biologics separately.
All right, understood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Krishna Kansara, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations on a good set of numbers. My first question is on the QIP money that we have raised, around 500 crores. So, as far as I know, our prepayment option is opening up in July this year. So, can we expect the bullet repayment to happen in July? Because that will save around 45 to 50 crores of interest expense, which is huge. So, when can we expect the debt repayment to happen?
So, I think we need to wait till not July, but till mid of August to make a partial payment. We have already planned to make a partial payment towards that NCD, and of the QIP money that we have received, the QIP funding that has come in, portion of that has been already kept in FD for the repayment that comes up, that we can make in the month of August. There is no repayment obligation, but we are planning to make repayment of partial amount. So a significant chunk of the NCD will be reduced. We will be carrying some small portion. Maybe we'll try and settle it out or pay it out in the next 1.5 to 2 years time maximum.
Okay, so majority will be repaid in August.
Yes.
Okay. And sir, another question is on the import alert. So, how long will USFDA take to issue the compliance certificate? I'm asking this because majority of our delta in, let's say, next 1 or 2 years is expected to come from formulation segment. So, do you think that any risk could arise in future because of this? Of course, we have completed all the remediation expenses, but when will the final notification from USFDA is expected to come?
Commenting on that final, when they will give it is very difficult. But yes, we are working now. We are at the stage where we are almost trying to complete this all, whatever their expectations are there. So, that much I can tell you. And the risk mitigations and the delta, what we are thinking for the US, see, like Prematex said, we are launched from the other side. Another product we filed 505(b)(2) for the bortezomib. That also probably we have already shifted and the review is going on. That is from other sides. The another products, whatever we are doing. Pardon?
No, sir, continue.
Yeah. So any products which we feel has a risk mitigations, we already have 2 sites. So whatever the largest chunk of our products which are like a 505(b)(2) or very complex, we are parallelly keeping one more site also. So that is the reason why I don't think that any such risk we are carrying for this our future growth.
Correct. So, sir, for P-Matrix, we are using our own site, or are we using some other company's site on contract manufacturing basis?
It's a CDMO site, another site we are using.
Okay. And sir, another question on formulations. So, what kind of products have we already developed in this segment, which we, plan to monetize over a period of next 1-2 years? I wanted to understand a potential sales number which this formulation products can, generate as a licensing fee in next, let's say, 1-2 years.
Our policy is there to develop the complex products. So the licensing revenue will come always. It will be there every year. That is the reason why you are seeing that there is a licensing revenue. Until and unless somebody sees the potential of this molecule, nobody is going to give you licensing fees. So we are continuing to do such a complex project. So from that, how much revenue and all will come is a very difficult to tell today. But like a bortezomib, 5-5B2, what we are doing it. You can see the IMS data also. So currently nobody is there in a subcutaneous RTU. We have developed that product and we already filed 5-5B2 and the review is going on. The another products, whichever the products we are trying to do it, either it should be a very complex product, like Lenotini, first to file we have done it. Sun and only 2 people were there. It's a 1.2 billion product. The still settlement has not done with us, but we normally do the non-infringement or the complex or the patient compliance product we try to select in-house and try to see that, such unmet need is always scattered. Then only people will come here for the licensing and will be interested in to launch not only in the US, Europe and other part of the world.
Correct. So, sir, if not the potential sales, if you can just tell us the number, let's say how many agreements have we currently already signed? If you can tell the quantum of that would be helpful.
It's difficult now to tell because in ROW market, if I am able to tell you, see, in each product there is a different agreements is happening. It is not one product, one company, and then we sign 10 products with them. We never do that. We specialize, like somebody is specialized in onco, somebody is specialized in non-onco. So accordingly we try to, somebody is specialized into the OTC segments where we do our pharma, the ODF and the TDF. So accordingly we work with the various companies. We have a flexibility of working such type of companies. And, then licensing deal happens. But the particularly telling about how many licensing agreements we have signed and all. But we have signed number of that. That much I can tell you.
Okay, sir. And sir,
I would request you to kindly rejoin the queue for follow-up questions, please, ma'am.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Harsh Bhatia from Bandhan AMC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, sir. Afternoon. Just 2 quick questions. One, just from accounting perspective, in the audited statements, again, this is standalone versus Concall. Licensing and service income is 58 crores in the Concall and 28 crores in the standalone level. And in the presentation, under formulations, it is somewhere around 32-33 crores for this quarter. If you can help us sort of better understand how are these numbers getting segregated. Maybe standalone is where the formulation-related licensing and service income is coming, and therefore that is the difference. So maybe you can help us understand.
Alpesh?
Yeah. So, basically, licensing income, what you see in the presentation, that is provided for the formulation business. And we do receive licensing income, in our other subsidiaries also, foreign subsidiary, where we could have done the deal. So, especially in this particular year, there was some licensing income that was also received in the European territory in a separate subsidiary. So, what you see here is basically a formulation business and not a standalone business. Yeah.
Okay. Understood. And in terms of this new facility for albumin that will probably come in this ongoing first quarter, without getting into the numbers, the incremental OPEX part, do we feel anything incrementally that could come into picture? Obviously, I'm not sure to what part of the construction is done until what part of the OPEX is there in the P&L. So if you could just help us understand qualitatively.
See, we completed almost all. We completed almost all construction and the majority of the equipment at place. That is why we are starting probably next quarter we'll start the trial batches. So the majority OPEX probably will be CAPEX will be completed by the next quarter. So another maybe 50 crores additionally we may have to spend it. So this is what I can tell you.
And manpower cost is yet to come into picture.
That will automatically come. No, once we complete this and once we start the commercial production, that only it will be there more. But otherwise, it will be less on the initial days. That is why we have not provided any guidance. We are saying that the next year, first after the next year March only, we should be able to get some revenue from this particular site. Till then, the stabilization, some of the batches, the exhibit batches we need to complete. That all work will be completed in this current financial year.
Sure. And so one last clarification. I think so there is some confusion at my end that the metrics rated sales, nothing has been booked in March because the product has been launched in April. So your shipments must have gone out in March maybe, I'm assuming. So it is fair to say that fourth quarter didn't have any Pemetrix related shipment because the US formulation has also shown an uptick, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, you are correct. We have shipped this material in the month of March to the US. But please note that we are here giving on a transfer price to our US partner. There is a profit share arrangement once the sales starts. There is a substantial profit share arrangement.
Sure. So manufacturing is booked and therefore your profit share is down.
Just to add on, initial supplies related, the initial orders which were there have been shipped and have been booked in our US sales for Q4. That's where you see the uptick also over there. And as Vishnuji was mentioning, that once we have the entire reconciliation done for the profits that are generated during the quarter, then the profit share related portion will get booked at that point in time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, sir, that's very helpful.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhiresh Pathak from Vito Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you. I'm listening to the slide 12. You talked about...
sorry to interrupt. Your audio is not that clear. I would request you to kindly use your handset.
I am using the handset. Is it better now, ma'am?
No, sir. It's muffled, sir.
Is it better? I'm speaking at the top of my voice now. Is it better?
This is much better. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. The slide 12, sir, you're talking about third peptide molecule. So can you just explain, the assets that you have here? This is, I'm assuming, for US DMF filing. Is that correct? And which are the other tools you can talk about and whether they've been filed in the US or not?
Which for the peptide you are talking?
Yeah, you mentioned slide 12 mentions liraglutide, right? It says our third peptide molecule trial batch successfully completed, meeting global grade quality.
Correct. Yeah.
So this we are going to file. So we are going to file this already filed in this is US. I'm more interested in US DMF filing. So have we filed there, and the other two have we filed there as well? And which are those other two you can explain?
No, liraglutide still were not filed in the US. We completed this batches, and probably with the stability data, we'll file now to the US. Of course, our intentions are there to complete this validations and all. Our intention was there to file globally, including USA. The another two molecules are still, already earlier are there, but we are trying to take this semaglutide and the tirzepatide also in the future.
Okay, so this is our first GLP-1. The other two would be non-GLP-1, the other two peptides. Right? Okay.
Yeah, both GLP only.
No, you're saying sema and tirzepatide, that you will file now. Lira, you already completing the studies.
No, we are not filed. Please, we are SEMA and this, we are still under development.
Correct.
Only Lira will be filed.
Okay. So it says our third peptide molecule, you referring to all the 3 GLPs or you talking about some other non-GLP peptide molecule when you're referring to Lira as third?
No, another 2 is non-GLP.
Non-GLP one. Okay, understood. All right. Okay, and this type 4 DMF filing for albumin, that you will do once the commercial plant is ready, from there you will take stability batches or you will file from the current capacity?
For the API or formulation?
For albumin, type 4 excipient grade DMF filing, that you will do once the plant is ready, commercial plant is ready, there you file or you will file from the existing capacity, the type 4 DMF for albumin?
No, we'll file from both sides.
From both sides. Okay.
We'll add both sides.
Right. Understood. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sanjay Kumar from iThought PMS. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. First on Pemetrexed injection. What is the agreement with Amneal, if you could share? Do we get some kind of royalty or is it cost plus some profit share?
Agreement cannot be disclosed on this, but I think you are right that there is a cost plus there is a profit share.
Okay. And second, just to follow up to the previous question, so you mentioned semaglutide and tirzepatide. When can we launch? Any timelines for all 3 GLP-1s, Lira, Sema and Tirzep?
No, Lira we are completing the exhibit batches. Sema and this Treza is under development. Maybe another 1.5 year minimum it will take.
Okay. And then on albumin, why are we not focusing on developed markets parallelly? And why limit ourselves to India and ROW?
I have not said that we are not focusing on the developed market. We are definitely doing that. That is the reason why we are completing this study with the EU RLDs. That means including Europe, we are completing it. Once we see the results of the EU and the other, this one, then we'll parallelly work on the US.
Got it. And final on the fermentation CDMO. Any special technology about this fermentation and how big can the segment be in the next few years for us? Is it very niche technology?
As you know, now in the world is moving to the clean technology. So the demand for the especially on the fermentation is very high. And current situation of the China, because of the we see that fiasco, now the majority of peoples are moving to the other than the China to have the CDMO work to be done. So and the size of the fermentation facility, what we have put it, probably very few companies in the India has such type of the capabilities into the GMP environment. So the answering your specific questions that yes, there is a huge opportunity for the CDMO. We are working into like a microbial facility, which is the demand for the enzymes and the other products also, and the food grade or including the albumin. All these things can be done in our facility. So it's a multi-purpose plant, and we see that there is a serious interest in the large size plant.
How big can this segment be, sir? I think you mentioned 6 crores in the last call for the phase 2 of the Korean order. But how big can the segment be in the next few years? And if you could talk about the US order also, that would be very helpful.
No. 6 crore is from biologics, I think. It's not that something from the albumin plant. That is from our biologic facility from the Dharwad.
Okay.
Not from this facility.
Okay, and any size for the segment?
Pardon?
Any size you could call out for, let's say, how big can this segment be for us in the next few years?
size can be very huge. That much I can tell you. But the commenting on number will be difficult. But the size is much bigger when we have put around 230 KL fermentation facility. And with the albumin is going, current prices of albumin you can calculate, and accordingly, you can judge.
Got it. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly limit your questions to 1 or 2 per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, please rejoin the queue. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Tushar Bora from MK Ventures. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Sir, the first question is on albumin. Can you just confirm by when will we be able to file the excipient grade DMF in albumin? Do we expect to do this in next month or couple of months?
Yeah, I think this quarter end or early next quarter.
Okay. So latest by Q2 of this financial year, we should be able to file. There is no dependency on the new facility starting for albumin for this DMF filing, right?
Not at all.
Okay. Second, sir, just picking up from the previous participant's question on CDMO, is it fair to assume that we can do more than 1x of the gross block at the biologics plant between our own products as well as CDMO in terms of revenue on a full-scale utilization basis?
No, biologics, there are which biologics you are talking? There is one Shilpa Biologics and Shilpa Biocare. Biocare is where we are trying to put the large commercial scale facility for the fermentation on the albumin. And biologics is like adalimumab, aflibercept, and of course the CDMO process. Which one you are talking?
So I'm talking for the biologics for the mammalian facility.
Current the commercialized for adalimumab and all facility.
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we start working on to the probably comment number will be difficult, but yes, it should happen because once we are doing this adalimumab, aflibercept, and then the CDMO work, what we are trying to put it. Plus, we have a facility for CDMO especially for the, as I mentioned, microbial to the mammalian, plus clone development to the fill finish. So such type of the GMP grade facility with this such, all this infrastructure availability and working on a CDMO is very rare to find. So I think we are getting quite good interest. We have, as I mentioned in our presentation also, we successfully completed one NC for the Korean client. Now they are given the second, in that next stage they are given it to us. That shows that we have good capabilities working on that. And definitely, we'll get a CDMO as well as once we start completing the aflibercept itself and adalimumab getting it approved into the various markets. But it's a slow process. So I cannot say that immediately this will happen. But biologics is not where it will happen overnight. It takes time.
Sir, this second project that we have signed with the US client, that is also a fermentation project or is it in the mammalian plant?
It's, I think, very difficult to tell, but it's, I think, on the same microbial.
So just a follow-up on this. I'd just like to understand for the biologics plant, not the fermentation, but the other one, right? What are the initiatives that we're taking? What kind of inquiries we have, or any qualitative details on the CDMO pipeline or possibilities being discussed? And also on the regulatory status, are we looking at US FDA approvals for this facility? What is the regulatory status and next steps?
No, currently, we are not working on to the US for sure. So we are trying to see that the Europe and the ROW market, including the Anvisa and the big countries, European approvals. So that we are going to trigger it. US still we are not able to file it or anything. We don't have our intentions to currently go to the US because the spending is huge, and until unless we find some good partner in that, and then we wanted to take it. But initially, Europe and ROW market and India market were focusing on this.
And the developments of business development for CDMO projects?
Yeah, we're doing a lot. We have appointed the in US, in Europe, in ROW. So we are now 3 business development people, those who are working in a various regions to get the CDMO business.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, sir. I'll join back in queue for more questions.
Thank you. The next question.
Thank you, Tushar.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Abhishek from an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, I would request that, we take only one question from each participant now in the interest of time.
Sure, sir. May we request all the participants to limit their questions to only one per participant. Please go ahead, Mr. Abhishek. Abhishek, sir, can you please proceed with your question? As the current participant is not answering, we will move on to the next question, which is from the line of Prashant Kumar Hazariwala, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, congratulations for a good set of numbers. So my question, we are doing...
Sir, you are not audible. Sir, your audio is breaking.
My question is, how we are going to use QIP money that we have raised?
Sir, your audio is not clear. Your voice is breaking.
That's all. Hello? Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Is it clear now?
Fine. Yeah.
Yes. How are we going to use QIP money that we have raised, 500 crores?
Already it has been explained, no? I think you are not there in that during that one. We are informed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just can you repeat for me, please? Thanks.
Alpesh.
So, see, broadly what we are doing is we are predominantly using it to deleverage our balance sheet. That chunk of it is getting used towards partial repayment of the NCD that we had raised in the month of August. And for that, we need to wait for the partial repayment till mid of August. So we have kept that much amount in FDs with bank. So we are not using up that particular money, what is required to be repaid for the NCDs. So predominantly, it is getting used for deleveraging the balance sheet and also to an extent using it for providing the growth requirement of the business.
All right. So, how much money will go for deleveraging?
So, substantial chunk is going there, and I think you'll start seeing those results in the coming period.
All right, no problem. Thank you. That's it, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Karan from Invexa. Please go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hi, sir. I have 2 questions on formulation segment. So for Fabratrixin, can we expect the profit share to come in quarter 1 of FY25?
Yes, I think we should be.
Okay. And so second question on the...
So maybe June, July, April, May, June, I think definitely there will be a sale. And we can see from the next quarter onward.
Okay. And so secondly on the formulation segment again, so this quarter the number has been 72. So can we expect this as a new base for formulation segment going ahead?
Your voice is not clear here.
Hello? Am I audible now, sir?
Sir, may I request you to use your handset, please? If you're using your headphones, please switch to your handset.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Sir, so my question is on the formulation segment. So this quarter we have done 72 crores. So can we assume this as a new base going ahead?
Abhi samajh mein nahi aa raha. Can you speak little slow?
Hello? Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, little.
Okay.
Can you please rejoin the queue? Maybe you can dial in with some other number, please. Because this audio is not clear, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
It should be.
This is better now.
Yeah. So my question was on formulation segment. So this quarter, sir, we have done 72 crores. So can we assume this as a new base going ahead?
Yeah, you can assume.
Okay. And so lastly, on the overall EBITDA, so can we assume the EBITDA margins and the absolute EBITDA to grow from the base which we have set this quarter?
Alpesh.
So, see, basically, we are, as I had mentioned earlier, that we are constantly working at improving, the overall business mix, business quality, plus working on various other aspects of cost optimization and all. So, ideally, yes, those things should result into better results. But, to what extent and what it would be, we can't provide that kind of a guidance. But we certainly, look to keep improving from where we are currently.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shashwata Chakraborty, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, I'd like to know your capex plan for the next upcoming year, like the maintenance capex you have, or you have some growth capex plan for the upcoming year?
There will be, as I mentioned in my opening commentary, that we are building up the capacity enhancement for the tranexamic acid from the 15 metric ton to 25 metric ton per month. So that will be there. And the additional capex to complete this plant of this our biocare for the fermentation of this, that will be there. Rest all is, I don't think we need anywhere in the capex.
And can you tell any numbers regarding this? How much money you are going to invest in particular amount?
Sorry, I couldn't hear it very well.
Sir, can you tell any particular number regarding this, like how much money you are going to invest for this particular project?
So for this tranexamic acid project, I think we are expecting to invest somewhere about 25 odd crores for this particular, block that capacity enhancement that we are doing. So that's not very significant in any case.
And second thing I would like to know, sir, like last 1 year back, the net profit margin was in negative, but this year it becomes positive. And the revenue was good, but is there anything happens in this year, like the price hike or any particular demand is increased because of that, the profit margin in positive? And in the future also you can see the positive. Can you please tell a bit on light on in this particular topic?
Alpesh.
Yeah. So, see, basically, which I had already mentioned in my opening remarks as well as in one of the answers, that we have been, as a management team, we have been looking at constantly opportunities to rationalize our cost structures as well as, bring in operational efficiencies, like the way we are increasing our tranexamic acid capacity. Similarly, we have done similar things in the past. We have also, to an extent, been helped by softening of, some of our input costs and all. But broadly, if you see, we have been fairly, active on our cost rationalization aspects and obviously also looking at improving the overall quality of the business. So these things obviously have helped us in, changing our profitability profile significantly. And obviously, we intend to, continuously strive to improve this further to the extent feasible. But we can't really provide any specific guidance as to what extent it will keep improving.
And sir, I'd like to know that the biologic, that part, that when it will...
There are others waiting in the queue.
Yeah.
There are others waiting in the queue.
No problem.
We probably might have to take a last question now.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last question for today, which is from the line of Rahil Dasani from Mittal Analytics. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Quickly on Adalimumab, we not being the only manufacturer in our dosage concentration, how are we comparing in terms of prices for our product, especially when we have come in second in the market?
No, we have licensed this particular product to the Sun.
Sorry, sir, your voice broke. voice is breaking. Vishnu sir, your voice is breaking. Vishnu sir, you're not audible. Ladies and gentlemen, the line for the management for Vishnu sir has been disconnected. Kindly stay connected while he's reconnecting. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the line for Vishnu sir is connected. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, I was mentioning that the adalimumab we have already licensed to the Sun Pharma, and this with the additional indications which were applied for the getting it approved from the drug authority. With that, year on year, we feel that the volume as well as the value will increase.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got the answer. On licensing, I wanted a very simple understanding. For example, a milestone would be 100 crores or maybe 100 tons. Then you get a payment from the licensee. Then at 150, you get the next payment and going on. But if the partners don't scale up from 100 to 150, then what happens? Do your agreements have something built in around timelines and product offtake? Or how is it?
Answering specific will be difficult, but I think we have taken enough precautions to see that, licensing revenue comes to us. But if there is a failure from either side, we have to look that this is not only from their side. Sometimes in a licensing revenue, we have to see from our side also. So we take enough precautions while doing the licensing agreement, that the importance is not getting the more licensing fees. Importance is getting the licensing fees at this stage, and then the increasing the ultimate sales is more important in this.
So that's what I'm trying to understand, because from what I have understood, we have recently licensed a lot of products and a significant chunk would be from the initiation fees. So I wanted to understand if the partners are not able to scale up those licensing, our numbers would get stuck there. So if you could explain how will the partners be able to scale or something around it?
See, first of all, it's depends on the product to product. So no product is mentioned that the licensing revenue from this, which initiation or the initiation will happen, but you have to see that whether that already developed or we filed or it is ready for the launch. It's a various product has a various aspect in this. So now we are not licensing at the very initial stage. We are licensing at the stage where we feel that the confidence that this is in a 1 year to 2 years down the line, the product should get launched.
Okay, got it. And how many products have we licensed till now?
No, answering number will be difficult, but we have done quite number of products.
Okay, got it. That would be all for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as that was the last question for today, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Nachiket Kale for closing comments. Over to you.
Hi, thanks everyone for joining the call. I would also like to thank the management for taking time out of their schedule and answering all the queries. EYIR is the Investor Relations Advisor to Shilpa Medicare. For any queries, please feel free to connect with us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Shilpa Medicare, that concludes this conference. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.